Morning, Heather from Heather Zenful Crochet here. Today's video is going to be another pattern from my new series of crocheting all of my Instagram free patterns. So this is episode 2, and this is the second oldest pattern that I have saved on my Instagram. And the pattern is a little mouse. So it is Little Mouse by Lucy_Rose_toys on Instagram. I will link that pattern down below in the description for anyone who would like to make the pattern as well. So the pattern says to choose 2 colors, and I have chosen a dark gray in a velvet yarn and a lavender purple in a velvet yarn. I chose a little bit smaller yarn this time to keep the pattern a little bit smaller, and I thought I love to pair gray with colors. I just love how gray and almost any color looks together, and my favorite color is purple, so I chose purple and gray. I just love the color combo on that. So the purple is going to be the little paws and the inside of the ears, and then the rest of the body is going to be the gray color. So the pattern tells you to start with making the 2 ears, and it does have where the inside of the ear is the lighter color, and the outside of the ear is going to be the gray. So inside's going to be purple, outside's going to be the gray. So let's just jump right in and get started with this little guy's ears. And I use a 4.5 with the velvet yarn. This actually, I guess it's not velvet. It's just chenille. Premier's just chenille is what the yarn is, not velvet. My apologies. So we will just go ahead and get started here with this little guy's ears, and it's the inside of the ear that we start with. So we start with purple. I forgot to mention, I am watching YouTube, of course. Watching Crochet YouTube while I crochet. Right now, I have Passionate Kelsey up on YouTube, just starting her new episode of her opening her P.O. Box mail. So, I will link her down in the description. I'm sure most people have heard of Passionate Kelsey. She's pretty popular in the crochet world and has, I don't know how many followers she has or subscribers she has, but she has a lot. So, but if you haven't heard of her, I'll link her YouTube down in the description as well if you want to go watch her, if you're looking for more crochet YouTubers to watch. I'll link her down below as well, but I'll just be watching her new video as I'm crocheting. Alright, this is, excuse me, the inside of the ear. It's pretty big. This little guy might be bigger than I think as well. So, in one inside of the ear, and then it has you make the outside color, and then you sew them together. You crochet them together. So, I'm just going to continue making these ears off camera, but I will be back when both the ears are done and the two colors are crocheted together. All right, I'll be back. All right, I got both of the ears done. So you just crochet the two colors and then you crochet them together, pinch the bottom, crochet the bottom together, and then my tail to sew it onto the body once the body is done. So, two ears complete, and then on to the next. There was a piece of fluff that went scurrying across my desk. Scared me. I thought it was a spider for a second. Yeah, not a fan of spiders, so it was not. Hope gladly. Okay, so next part of the pattern is to make the arms. So looks like I will start with purple and then change into the gray. So the little paws are the purple color. Says make two arms and then make the tail and then make the two legs. Now, oh my god, I don't know if I have enough purple. I gotta go look in my just chenille yarn and see if I have more of this purple. Oh no. Alright, I'll be back. Alright, I got warm, so I took my little sweater off. I did find more of the purple, but it's got a little bit of a different texture to it. It's like rougher. It almost has that like waxy, you know, that waxy weird texture to it. But we're not going to be using very much of it, just for the little paws on the arms and legs. So it'll be fine. It'll be fine. So on to making the arms. And I'll be back and I'll show you the arms and the legs. Alright, so this is taking a little bit longer than I expected. These are the arms. So they're pretty small. They're about the size of my finger. But using this small yarn, just chenille, is very small. It's almost like a worsted weight size. Well, it basically is. Maybe just a smidge bigger than like a worsted weight acrylic. So you do 6 in the magic ring, and you do like 5 rows of 6, and then you do a couple increases. So working that small with that small a yarn takes a little bit longer than it would if you're using a bigger yarn, because it takes, you know, a little bit more to get your hook in the stitches, trying to hold that little thing while you're crocheting it. So taking a little bit longer than I expected, but here are the arms. Really cute. And now it's telling me to make the tail. The tail is just a long chain, and then you slip stitch down the chain. Now in the pattern, the tail is the same color as the mouse. I thought about making a purple tail, but maybe not. No, I think I'll just make a gray tail. So it tells you to make the tail and then the 2 feet. I'm going to go ahead and get the tail going, and then I'll show you that when I'm done with the tail. Alrighty. Got the tail all done. It's just a chain, and you slip stitch down the chain, and then I left 2 tails, and I'm just going to tie it onto the body when I get the body done and assemble it. Okay, so the next thing to do is to make the 2 legs. So I am not going to have enough yarn. This, I thought, was a lot more yarn than it actually is. And I didn't, you know, it looked like a pretty quick, easy, small pattern. So I thought that was going to be plenty. I'm not thinking so. So, I'm going to get as much done as I can with this gray. And I already looked. I don't have any more gray in the just chenille. Actually, you know what? I've got another shelf over here. I'm going to look in it real quick just to make sure I don't have any. Alright, I found a skein of Bernat velvet that I thought was going to be the same gray, but it's not. So if you can tell with the ear next to it, yeah, the velvet is even darker than this gray, so it's not going to work. So I am going to go today. Today's Saturday. I do plan on going, and I've got a few things to go put in my booth. And there is a Dollar Tree there, so I'm going to go to Dollar Tree and see if they have some more of the just chenille gray. I don't remember if that Dollar Tree carries that yarn or not. And the town between here and there, they have a Dollar Tree as well. So I might stop there and check as well. So today might be a mission to find more of the just chenille gray so I can finish this project. I might take you along with me and see, you know, just do a little couple maybe short little clips in Dollar Tree to see if we can find some more of this yarn. It's been a while since I've been at a Dollar Tree, a couple months maybe, and I do always look at the yarn when I'm there. Some do still carry the Premier just chenille, but I can't say that I've seen the gray in quite a while. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we can find that gray. If not, I might have to start the project over in the Bernat Velvet gray. Because I did find more of the purple, so I got plenty of purple to start over if I have to. Not that I want to. Oh my goodness. I don't think this will look good. No. Because this is shiny, obviously it's velvet. I don't think that'd look good. And the velvet is a little bit smaller than the just chenille, so. Alright, okay. So, project is on pause for now until we can find some more gray yarn. I might have enough to make the arm or the legs, but I don't think I'm going to until I know I can find some more of the gray yarn, because just in case we have to start over with this. So anyway, that is it for now. Stay tuned and we'll go searching for some more Premier just chenille gray. Talk to you soon. Morning. I'm back. So I didn't record me going to Dollar Tree to find the yarn. First Dollar Tree, excuse me. First Dollar Tree I went to, I found it. So it was just a real quick, simple run in, grabbed it, and came out. But so the yarn that I was using, this yarn, did not have a label on it. I assumed it was just chenille because it was in my bin of just chenille yarn. Well, I went and got the just chenille from the Dollar Tree. Got the dark gray. And if you can tell on camera, they are not the same. I don't honestly know what this yarn is. No idea. I really have no idea what that is. So I decided, I'm just making this to see if it is a pattern I like and that see if I want to remake it. So what I'm doing, so I don't have to remake the other pieces, I am just continuing on to make the legs And I'm going to keep the ears and the arms in the original yarn I started with. And then I will make the body in the just chenille yarn. I don't think it's going to look too bad. I just really don't have it in me to restart making these tiny little arms. So I'm just going to go with what I have. Like I said, the arms, legs, ears, and tail are all going to be in the original gray. And then I'll make the body in the just chenille gray. The just chenille is just a tad darker and a little bit shinier. So I honestly don't think it's going to be too terrible. So I'm just going to continue making, like I said, this is the first leg that I started. So I'm just going to continue making the 2 legs, and then it'll be on to the body. So that is the situation. That is what's going on. So here we go, continuing on with legs in the original yarn. Okay, it says to lightly stuff the legs. It didn't have a stuff the arm, so I've got to get my stuffing and stuff the leg, and then I'll be back. Alright, I got the 2 legs done. This is all the yarn I had left of the original gray. I lost the yarn chicken on that one. Okay, so here are the legs. I've got the 2 arms, the 2 ears, and the tail made. So now onto the body. So the body starts with a chain of 9. So it looks like we're making a small oval to start the body. Body looks like just an egg. So egg shape. Alright, so I'm going to get started on the body here. And I'll check back here in a little bit. Okay, so I am not quite halfway done with the body. I have reached the max increases, and the increases have gone to 50. 50, total of 50 stitches in this guy. Like, this thing is gonna be huge. It doesn't look like, of course, you know, the pattern is made with like worsted cotton or something like that. So it's probably a little bit smaller in the pattern, but there's no pictures to show scale. Well, there is one picture. She's holding the mouse in her palm, and it's like that big. This guy's not gonna be palm size. He's gonna be big. So, like I said, I've reached the max increases, and then I've got to do, let's see, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 6 rows of just single crochets. And then we start the decreases. So, yeah, this is going to be big. Okay, let's continue. Okay, not done yet, but getting there. I'm starting to decrease, obviously, and so I started stuffing. I gotta fix the stuffing a little bit, make sure the body's proportional. Anyway, this is how big it's getting. When it's finally all done and closed up, it's probably gonna be as big as my head. Who knew this thing would have been this big? I don't know, it feels like, I know this is the only second video, but it feels like that's like a theme. Like, how big will these be? Once I get into the patterns that I actually use, like chenille or blanket yarn, it'll be better, but the first couple, whatever, were in small yarn, so mine are jumbo sizes compared to the pattern. So anyway, here we are. I'm just going to continue decreasing and stuffing, then I'll show you the final result. All right, body is done. Here's the body, kind of egg-shaped. The top of the head is here, just a cone. The bottom is more the oval, so hopefully it'll sit just fine. Yeah, I think it'll sit okay. But the next step is just to sew everything together and embroider the face. So I know you guys don't want to watch me sew the pieces on, but the body, okay, so it is 6:51. The body took me right about an hour, just under an hour to make the body. Because like I said, it increases all the way out to 50 before you start decreasing. So this is probably taken me an hour and a half at least to make now, and then I still got to sew everything on and embroider the face. So this is gonna probably be 2.5 hour project, but it's pretty good size for the time, so you know, I might be able to get my time out of it. It will go to my booth once I'm done. Oh, and I wanted to see, so that, like I said, the body is just chenille. The ears and legs is a mystery yarn. I have no idea what it was, honestly. And if I put the ears on, I don't think it'll be bad. Nah, I think it'll be fine. So, anyway, on to sewing, and I'll be back. All right, the mouse is all done and complete. He is so stinking cute. Look at him. He turned out way cuter than I was expecting. So here he is in all his glory. Little tail, well, big tail. I love the gray and purple together. And the pattern called for the tie-on safety eyes again, like on the last pattern. And it doesn't tell you to do anything with eyes until after everything's done and assembled. So I just did little embroidered eyes, little nose and whiskers. The pattern showed kind of a small face on their mouth, so I made him small. I think the small little face makes him so stinking cute. And stubby little arms and legs. I really, really like him. And then his tail is long enough to come up and around on his leg. Oh my goodness. Turned out bigger than I expected, but cuter than I expected too. So, win-win. The sewing, it didn't take me too long. I didn't time myself. I don't know why I didn't. I would guess 30 to 45 minutes, somewhere in there. So 2 hours, 15 minutes total to make this guy. The reason it took so long is because there's so many rounds in the body. Let's see how many rounds are in the body. There are 33 rounds in the body, and you increase out to 50 stitches. So there's a lot to the body. His bottom is kind of flat. It's like a oval. That's the word. And then his head, I didn't stuff him. I'm usually a chronic overstuffer, but I didn't stuff him too much because I wanted him to be able to sit pretty good. So the top of his head's not as pointy as the picture, but I'm okay with it. I think it's cute that way. I like the way they have you sew on the ears, and I just love the purple with the gray. So He is super cute. Let's see. I don't know. I could probably only get about $25 out of him, which isn't quite as much as I need to sell him for the time. But, of course, you know, it's first time making the pattern and all that jazz, so. Anyway, this is him. Cute little mouse. And pattern was by Lucy Rose Toys on Instagram. And I'll have the pattern linked below in the description if you guys think you might want to make him. And his little legs make him so he sits very nicely. It helps stabilize him so he sits very nicely on his own. Pattern worked up fairly easy. Didn't really have any issues with it. It is, you sew on both the arms and the legs, tie on the tail, and sew on the ears, and then embroider the face. So there is some sewing, but not a whole lot. But I mean, I had no issues with the pattern at all. So pretty easy pattern to follow, and turns out really, really cute. All right, guys. That's going to be it for this episode of crocheting all of my free crochet patterns from my Etsy that I have saved. Cute little mouse. It's just called Little Mouse. The pattern is just called Little Mouse. I'll have it linked down below in the description. So thank you all so much for clicking in and watching. I hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned for the next episode in this series. I don't even know what the next pattern is yet. So we'll all be surprised. But thank you so much for watching and joining in. If you liked the video, please hit that thumbs up. It really helps the algorithm push my video out for more people like you who enjoy this kind of content. And if you want to follow along with the series, just hit that subscribe button and the bell notification so YouTube tells you whenever I upload a new video. So, thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day.